government. And we know that the president led that ceremony in launching the National Digital Addressing System. And Ghana Post is going to manage all that. Well, we also know that at the back end, the company was behind all the technical supports and in the whole initiative in itself. Of course, they are the suppliers of the service to Ghana Post and ultimately government in general. And the CEO of Vocacom, that's the company doing all this, is Nana Ifrifa. He's here to tell us about the technical details and what, as ordinary consumers, we should be looking out for. And Nana is here. Good morning to you, Mr. Ifrifa. Okay. Yeah, we call it Ghana Post GPS.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so it's going to be run by Ghana Post?
That's correct.
Okay,
yes.
so you've trained personnel of Ghana Post?
That's correct.
All
yes.
right. So if, let's say I'm a novice, this is my phone, I want to have a semblance of what you have developed for Ghana Post. Sure. What should I do on my smartphone?
The first thing you do is go to your store, whether
you mean
Android,
Play Store?
Play Store, yes.
Okay, so I go to Play Store.
Go to your Play Store, and then you search for Ghana Post GPS.
I search for Ghana Post GPS?
Yes, actually you can just search for Ghana Post, and you will get access to the app. Now tap the download button and download it. That is basically all you have to do.
Okay.
Now once it is downloaded, you get into the process of registering for the app. It will ask you for your name and your telephone number. You supply those details and you will be able to go ahead and use the app.
Okay, so it's you make it sound easy.
It is easy, very easy.
Okay, so for somebody who is an illiterate, what happens?
For let me answer this in two ways.
Okay, sir.
One, if you look at the prevalence of WhatsApp, right? It is, when it started out really as an office tool for the literate. Now people have figured out
the chat sites.
Yes, you know,
WhatsApp.
Exactly. Now people have figured out how to use it. Even the illiterates have figured out that when I'm trading, I can take your shoes picture, send it to Roland, and say, "Oh, Roland, do you like this?" Roland says, "Oh yeah, how much is it?" You know, so using technology is not the preserve of the literate. Everybody can and does use technology. Now, specifically, my concern is always actually being on those who don't have smartphones, not those who are not literate, because the steps are very simple. All you do is you go, you find, you download, and you say, "What's my address?" Now, for those who don't have smartphones, they are the constituency that we are most worried about. There are two options that are available to support those ones. One is Ghana thrives on the communal spirit, and the encouragement we are doing is speak with your neighbor who has a smartphone to come and help you generate your address. If, on the other hand, you don't have any neighbor, then the next one is walk up to your nearest Ghana post office and ask the postman to come and get your address for you. The post offices have been trained, they have been equipped to come and do that for you. Countrywide, yes.
Because you may go towards the ends of the country.
Every square inch of this country.
Some rural areas where there are no internet services.
Yes.
Predominantly, people don't have smartphones.
Yes.
So what happens to those people?
Same way, you know, there are 380 plus post offices across the nation. You know, we have a post office in every district. There's no single district in this country that doesn't have a post office. In fact, some have 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, one of the key things that is there is these people at the front lines have been given the requisite training and the tools necessary to come and help. So, assuming that your community, there is nobody there with a smartphone at all, go to the post office that is nearest to you, request the postman to come and do it. Now, normally, because it may be one whole community, the postman may decide to dedicate a specific day to the whole community. So when he comes, he will be able to give everybody the address that they have.
That is for those who have YAMs?
Yes.
YAM phones?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go through. I've just downloaded the thing. It says enter your first name.
Yes.
So I'll enter my name, Roland.
Yes.
Enter your last name, Walker.
Yes.
My telephone number.
Exactly.
And that's on the first screen I see.
Yes.
That's the first interface.
That's correct, yes.
Why do I need my phone number?
Now, we need to validate that the phone that is using, because one of the key things is you can register your address. Now, when you are registering your address, I want to make sure that it is not someone else who is impersonating Roland. You know, because you can put in any telephone number. When we ask you to put a telephone number, you can put anybody's telephone number. If I know your telephone number, I can just put it in and pretend I am Roland. Now, to prevent that pretense and that possibility of fraud, what we do is to ask for that number. The moment you give us that number, we send you a confirmation SMS. If that number is not with you, that confirmation SMS will never come to you, and you will not be able to register and use the app to get those extra privileges that those who are genuinely registering are entitled to do.
So my number is being asked because supposedly it is assumed my number would have been registered in my name.
No, not necessarily. We are asking it because every time there is, when you get on the app, there is a part of the app that focuses on emergency services. One of the key
We'll get there.
One of the key things that we worry about is pranking the emergency services. We don't want people unnecessarily giving prank calls to police, ambulance, and fire, and having everybody running around, you know, for no apparent reason whatsoever. Now, you know, doing that is a criminal offense. But we have made that available to the general public. What we then need to do is figure out how to safeguard these institutions. You know, technology for the sake of technology can cause problems, you know, especially if it's in the wrong hands. So these are some of the safeguards that we have put in to make sure that people don't unnecessarily, you know, cause these problems. You know, they are mischievous people.
So in the second interface, I have an address that has been generated,
Yes.
but it's based on, it says I should enter a name of a place or address code.
Yes.
Which one is the address code?
The address code is a digital address.
The nine code.
Yes.
The 9 number code.
Yes.
Okay. So
it's not, sorry, it's not necessarily a 9 number code. It's 9 numbers for the metro areas, it's 10 for the municipal, and it's 11 for the district areas.
Okay, so let me get this. So metropolitan areas.
Yes.
So Accra and Tema.
Yes.
Tamale.
Yes.
Cape Coast.
Yes.
Kumasi.
Yes.
Those will be 9 digits.
Yes.
With 2 alphabets.
Yes.
Of representing the region.
The region and the district.
The district.
In fact, everybody gets those first 2 alphabets representing the region and the district.
So Kumasi will be KS.
Will be AK.
AK.
Yes, Ashanti and Kumasi.
Okay, Tema is what?
Is GT.
GT.
Yes, Greater Accra and Tema.
Okay, Kufodia is what?
Kufodia actually is not, there's surprisingly, there's no district called Kufodia. It's New Draben district. So Kufodia gets E and I think N for New Draben.
I see.
Yes.
Then it says street name.
Yes.
So there's a street name here, and the region name.
Yes.
Then the district name, then the postal code.
Yes.
So it's generating a postal code for me.
Yes. So now everybody in this country
because I
gets
remember when I'm filling, maybe I want to buy stuff on Amazon, they ask me postal code.
Exactly.
I'm not able to do it.
Yes, and we've been putting PO boxes in there, you know. So
yeah, I put stuff. I used to put the new code that was generated by Ghana Post. You know, for Tema they put Teshinungwa put TN or something, and then Tema they put TM.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now everybody gets a postcode, and this postcode really is an area that can be found. So if you tap on the postcode on your app right now, it will draw you the outlines of your postcode, so you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
That this is not
now the outline of the postcode, does it mean that's where I'm located currently?
Yes.
Where the device is located?
Where the device is located right now. That postcode area, that's the device is
so it means
right
that my
now.
Postcode could be changing anytime?
No, anytime you move and you want to know where you are, don't forget that you can't be, say, at Dansuman right now, and you want to tell somebody, I am here. Now, if we still show you the postcode of your house, it's of no use to you at that moment in time.
Okay.
You know, so at this moment, which postcode is most relevant is the one that I've asked for. Now, of course, I can type in a number. That's the reason I asked for the digital address or the street name. If you type in your digital address, it will show you the postcode of that digital address you've typed. But if you say it should get you your current address, then the postcode it will give you will be the current postcode that you are in.
So from what you're saying, let's say my house in Ajekwejo.
Yes.
If I was entering the data on your app, I would have had my digital address.
Yes.
If I come to Fanofa here,
yes,
Kokomemle here,
yes,
and I enter that address
yes,
on your app,
Yes.
or the Ghana Post app, the Ghana Post GPS,
app, yes.
that address is what I'm going to have on my app.
Yes. If you, for example,
Yes or no?
No, what I want to show you is how it works. Now, one of your colleagues wants to find your house, right? You've given him your digital address. When he types your digital address in the app, it will show him where your house is. And then he can click on route, and it will route to your house.
Like the way the Google app
actually it will run on the Google routing system.
Okay.
Or if
so
you
the
like
back end is the
OpenStreet,
Google routing system.
we have
then.
various mapping applications. Google is the preferred one that we have because it has a lot more details
For
in it.
your system?
Yes.
Which of the...
It is not our system, please. It's the Ghana Post system.
Okay. No, I'm talking about Ghana Post. All this discussion is on Ghana Post. We're
Ghana
not talking
Post.
your company. It's
Exactly,
Ghana
yes.
Post discussion.
Yes.
Ghana Post GPS.
Correct,
That's what we're
yes, sir.
discussing this morning.
Yes.
I'm saying that, so for the Ghana Post system,
Yes.
which is the preferred or the number of preferred apps for the mapping you're using?
There is Google.
There's Google.
Yes. There's OpenStreet.
OpenStreet.
Yes. Those are the two main ones because those are the two that have a lot of detailed
So you're using
information.
Google Maps and
Yes,
then OpenStreet
maps. And then we use Bing Maps as well.
Bing.
Yes.
Bing Maps.
Yes. And right now we just got integrations with Uber. So for those who like using Uber, you can actually have the app.
So you're saying that
with
Ghana
Uber.
Post GPS will have integrated other service system supports?
Yes.
So supposing, let's say, multimedia were offering a service of constantly having concerts each day.
Yes.
So we can have it on the app.
Exactly.
Will we pay Ghana Post for it?
That is a Ghana Post question. It's not a technical question. So
it's not a technical question.
Yes.
Okay. So if, let's say, I was in Kotokraba, Cape Coast, and I wanted to know my digital location or address.
Yes.
So all I needed to do was do what again?
So download the app, put in your name and your number, get it started, and then say get my address. That is the first one. Now the next option is over here. Actually, you can search for Kotokraba market. Kotokraba is a fairly popular market, so you can search for it on the application. If you search for Kotokraba...
No, we have Kotokraba, then we have Kotokraba market. And the area is Kotokraba.
Okay, so the Kotokraba market, I think you can still search for the Kotokraba market.
Yes,
I'm not sure, but I think you can. You know, when you search for the Kotokraba market, it will give you the digital address of one space in the Kotokraba market. But of course, the market is very big. You know, so if I have my store in the Kotokraba market, the store will show me exactly where I am. I mean, the address, if I'm standing in front of my store and I say get address, I'll get the address at my store. You know, that is the beautiful thing about it, that all of us are in Kotokraba market. Now, when we all search for our unique addresses, every one of the stores there will get their own unique digital address.
Okay. So why should I, because I want a digital address, be giving my telephone number to the Ghana Post GPS and not having fears of a security breach? That they could locate my house when I'm sleeping and etc.
The principal law that is governing the data that you are putting in is the Data Protection Act.
Of Ghana?
Of Ghana, yes. Now, when we presented this system to Cabinet, the first question the President asked was on data protection. In fact, there is an interministerial committee that has been set up to govern how this data is handled, how it is used, and how its usage affects people. The Data Protection Act, I mean, I've read it thoroughly to make sure I'm not, none of the people in our company is breaching the act, says if we use the data for any reason outside of the reasons for which you gave, which is just to locate you, we can go to jail for it. Now, of course, I don't want to go to jail. I mean, I will have a company to run, and there are people who are relying on this platform to work for them. And so it is in our own personal best interest, not even in the interest of anybody, it's in my own personal best interest to ensure that that data doesn't get into the wrong hands and that I don't allow my people to mishandle the data, because we cannot go to jail for it. And the President has made it very clear that that data that we are collecting is official data. is government of Ghana data. You don't play around with official data. It is the reason it says official digital address system. You know, it is official. The government has sanctioned it. If you joke around with it, well, it's like me going around to print my own money or do any of those things that can land me in jail.
Personally, I don't like putting on my location. Yes. Because it means when I travel around, whoever I send water is able to find my location and that kind of thing.
That's correct.
So I don't like it.
That's correct.
So, for example, I put it off. When I did it the first, it says GPS not enabled. Please enable the GPS device to continue. What does it mean? It means I have to put on my location on my smartphone.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's a one-time exercise. If you want to know the address of your house, it's a one-time exercise. Okay.
I don't always have to have my location tap on.
At all.
Okay.
So one time, for those who are so security conscious, one time you turn on your location at your house and you say, what is my address? It gives you the address that you have. Say it's GA1234567 Once you have that address, that is it. You write it down and you can close off the application and you never use it again. In fact, if it's not for the other good things that we have integrated into the platform, really, all we are saying is get a digital address. Once you get it, you really, honestly, you don't need to use the application again. But of course, there is the integration with the security services, integration, for example, with Uber, which is all really useful when
so
you are doing
everywhere in Ghana has a digital address system, whether you have internet service or not.
That's correct.
If you don't have internet service, you go to the nearest Ghana Post office.
Exactly.
What would they be using to generate the internet if they are located in the community that doesn't have internet service?
So the beautiful thing about this is the version we have released that everybody's using right now is what we call the online version. Now, there is an offline version of this platform that is being given to Ghana Post. And there is a lot of clamor to make the offline version available to everybody. Now, that is a management decision that Ghana Post has to make. You know. But the Ghana Post people have the offline version of the application that they can use everywhere they go, you know. So it's not just an issue of, it works offline, it doesn't work offline.
So
yes,
they have the offline version.
Yes, there's an offline
So you
version.
develop the offline version.
That's correct.
But we, the citizens, no offline version.
That is a decision that has to be taken
by the government of Ghana.
Exactly. Now, one of the key issues is also a consumer issue as well, you know, just to explain the technical side of it. The app is a very small app. It's coming in at less than 20 megabytes or so. You know,
it's actually 10 point something megabytes.
Exactly, 10 megabyte app, which makes it very small. It's very convenient to download and use very quickly.
So you don't want to load it.
Exactly. But if you want to load the entire Ghana map on the app, you are talking almost 200 megabytes. Now, of course, from a consumer perspective, if I am getting my digital address, the get my address is less than 1 kilobyte. So the total experience is, let's say you got 10.2 plus additional 1 is 10.5 megabyte, and then that is it. Why should I give you a 200 megabyte application just because you want a 10.5 megabyte experience? You know, so that is, it is also as much a management decision as it is a technical decision, that the entire, you know, life cycle of usage is not necessary to have the full pack. But of course, if you want the full pack, you can always get it, you know, and we are making it available. The moment Ghana Post says, okay, make it available to the public, we will make it available to the public.
No worry. Now it's a Ghana, yes for Ghana Post, copyright Ghana Post.
Exactly, Ghana
All right. We're opening the phone line, 0302211691 or 2. Again, it will be on your screen, so you don't have to worry about the number, 0302211691 or 2. Call us wherever you call. If you're calling us from Elubo, we'll answer your questions for you. But let's move on to the next phase. I've had some responses. The app is cool at this point in time. I believe the next update will come with better features. Now, would there be a time that people who are using the normal YAM, black and white, will have to perhaps maybe go through a certain route, maybe text a short code or something, and not go through a post office locally to get their GPS location or address, so to speak?
The key reason why you have to go to the post office or use a smartphone is because the smartphones have GPS chips embedded in them.
Or the Ghana Post?
Or the Ghana Post. Ghana Post have phones that have GPS embedded in them.
Yes, but why is it that you don't have a back-end system in which I, using the YAM phone,
yes,
can text a platform, perhaps maybe that's where the GPS, then they will send where I'm not located. That's what I...
Okay, so what we can do is if you somehow manage to get your latitude and longitude, you can text it to the system to say, okay, what is my address? But of course, that is incredibly difficult to do, you know. Now, the key thing that we are giving to customers is saying, look, there is an address at your location, but you need to supply that location. Now, a YAM cannot supply you that location. That is a fact. You know, YAMs.
No, you're only giving me the location address, the digital address. That's all.
Yes, that's all I'm doing.
Yes, like the work post office will give me. You're only sending me as a text message to my.
Exactly.
Can it be possible?
Oh, that is possible.
Anyway, so we have Bernard from Draboso. Bernard, good morning.
Good morning, Roland.
Yes, you're calling from Draboso.
Yeah, Draboso in Western region, Western up to be precise.
Okay, which longitude and latitude is it located? Since we are talking GPS.
Where I am currently, Bonsum Quanta, which happens to be under Draboso, Bonsum Quanta to be precise.
Do you have internet service?
Yeah, I have internet service, and that one is NPN.
Oh no, don't mention the service provider. No advert.
What happened was that yesterday after the lunch, I decided to download the app on Apple on the net. So after the downloading, I tried putting those requirements, but then it was not successful.
Have you done it this morning?
This one I haven't tried it.
Okay, so you have no concerns. I have done it. I think so.
Yeah, you see, the issue is that whenever you download the app, it requests for your first name, your surname, and your mobile number. And afterwards, there will be a notification of a message. But then I've been expecting the message. It doesn't come, and it keeps telling me that there's error in sending the message. So if anything can be done about it, we will be more
all right.
I mean, you just tried it and it worked. There's been one issue that we have seen. I don't know specifically what his issues are, but the issue we've seen is, I think it's also a matter of the excitement. People are typing in wrong numbers. We are seeing a lot of wrong telephone numbers that are coming in. We have put our technical team on alert that when the numbers come in, if our platform is unable to send the SMS, we should try and call those people back. You know, the telephone numbers that are in, to call them back and ask what the problems are. We have tried to call a lot of the numbers that the system failed to send SMS to, and all of them are wrong numbers.
All right. Paul. Good morning, Paul. Paul. Or is it Samuel? Paul or Samuel?
Samuel from Adenta.
Yeah, Samuel, Adenta Accra. Okay, so tell us, have you downloaded the app? What have been your experiences, and what feedback do you want?
I've downloaded it, but then I wanted to find out. Yeah, I've downloaded it, but I wanted to find out what Ghana Post is doing to sensitize our businesses, like the banks, about the usages and how relevant it is, because we normally go to banks and they ask us to do a call report, which some of us are not so much good at, drawing kind of landmarks on papers and the rest.
Okay.
So what are they doing to sensitize?
All right. Samuel, thank you. There are a lot of people on the phone lines who want to get onto this platform and ask questions. So the banks, we'll get to the point where no drawings again.
Yes, that is the.
It's not today.
It is today.
So today you they can use it if they are hooked on the system.
Exactly, and say bank and say my digital address is GA123456, and that is it.
You mean which bank has started it?
I don't want to be answering the Ghana Post questions, but technically,
it's possible.
Yes.
So you're talking about technical possibilities.
Exactly.
Okay. You are the back end person. Technical. Ghana Post GPS. Seth Amwakun, good morning. Okay, Paul from Takrade. Paul, good morning. Paul.
Good morning.
Yeah, Paul. Have you downloaded the app? What are your experiences and any feedback you want?
No, I'm downloading the app. I want to ask him a question about security challenges. He answered, but I still have some more brilliant questions to ask.
Brilliant. Okay, please ask. Yeah, it says security challenges of the information they give out.
Yes.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yes, please. I would like to know whether somebody, I hear you can send your location to another person can know your location if your location is known on their system. So in that case, can't you be trailed by maybe miscreants?
Miscreants are what? Thieves or petty?
Yeah, thieves.
Thieves, okay.
No. The answer is no, and it's absolutely no. Nobody can trace you on this platform. However, you can decide to give your digital address to somebody.
Can that person use my digital address to trace where I am?
Not to trace, to come to your house. So if you give out your digital address.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Can that person trace the address I gave out?
To Ghana Post?
If I have generated an address right now.
Right now, yes.
Kokumemle.
Yes.
If I send that address to somebody,
yes,
the person has stolen my phone. Somebody else has stolen my phone.
Okay.
Or that phone.
Okay.
And has access to that address. Can that person, can another person trace where that address generated that has been sent to somebody?
I'm struggling to understand the question.
I've generated an address on this phone.
Yes, let's say
sent the team question.
Okay.
Sent to you.
Okay.
So it's here.
So you've sent me your
the
address.
phone is missing.
Okay.
A third party comes to steal it. Has seen the address.
Yes.
Can that third party chase me?
The third party
trail. That's what the person is saying.
Can come to that address.
Yeah, but may not see me.
But may not see you.
But can still come to that address.
Come to that address.
So if that address is my house, that person will come to my house.
Yes. If you share that information, you have.
So you are saying that we should also protect the addresses.
Exactly.
All right.
If it's your house information, you don't want people to know, please don't share it. Of course, you would want some family members.
Is it the same thing that happens in abroad? Is that what?
The same thing.
If you share, there'll be trouble.
Exactly. If right now I'm going to visit my sister in UK, I'll ask my sister for her address. She gives it to me. If I am careless with that address and it lands in your hands, that address is available to you.
All right. Seth Amwako.
Yes, Roland.
Yeah, you are calling us from Kumasi. Which part of Kumasi?
Ashtown, Ashanti New Town.
Oh, fantastic. So I'm assuming you've downloaded the app.
Yeah, exactly. And as I'm watching you right now in my room, I tried to get my address. And I don't know whether it's funny or whether it's interesting. It says I should get out from my room to be able to connect to the satellite.
Get out of your room?
Yeah.
Is your roof made of this steel?
I don't even know.
All right. So why? You have to get out of the rooms. Is that the problem we have to go through?
No, it's not a problem.
For me, it is
Seth,
not a problem.
Seth, it's not up for discussion. It's a question. We'll give you feedback. So relax, Seth.
Yes,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The recommendation is don't take your address in your room. You don't want people to come and look for you.
It's
in
location
your room.
now.
Yes, it's location. Take your address standing at your gate or at your door. Because when someone is coming to look for you, the person isn't coming to your bed. The person is coming to your door to knock. You know, so let's look at it very clearly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's understand it. You see Google. Google.
Yes.
Google.
Yes.
I can be in my room.
Yes.
And send my address through WhatsApp.
Yes.
To somebody who is looking for me. When the person doesn't come to my room, it comes to the location.
Exactly. The person comes actually to your gate. So really, what is the sense in standing in your room to send an address that is supposed to be at your gate?
So
now, let me give you
it's
this
like Uber.
one. It works exactly like that. My house is sitting on the edge of two junctions. My room is actually closer to the back junction than it is to the front one. When I send a Google address to somebody and I'm in my room, it takes them to the back road. Meanwhile, the back road is actually blocked. So really, I need to be standing at my gate because that's where I need
then
the
your
people
house
to
is
come.
big. Got two junctions, it's not easy. So we have Apia Adumakun. Adumakun Apia.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Yes, you're calling from Achimota.
Yes, please.
And you have downloaded the app.
Definitely.
You're having problems, eh?
No problem.
Okay, so
but then we think that the street labeling system we have in Accra, especially in my office, the street is Asafuacha Mine Street, but then the app is at Oblojo's street.
Okay, do I get? Please relax. It may be the old street name, right? Because the back end is the Google app router, and the Google app router has not been updated with all the new street names. They were just taken last year, the last quarter of last year. I think that's my small knowledge. I think that's it.
That's correct. Yes. That's
all right, Bashiru Muhammad. Bashiru.
Yes, Roland.
Bashir, good morning. You're calling from Walla Wale.
Yes, please.
Please,
Please,
have you downloaded the app?
Not really yet. I'm using a Windows phone, so when I go to store and search, I actually do not get it.
Please.
Okay. For those that
Yes.
are on Windows, go to the Ghana Post GPS website. It is ghanapostgps.com. The same application, the way it works on the app, the same version, we call it the hybrid version, that is available for those who don't find it on the two most popular stores. Now, we used to have it on the Windows store until Bill Gates said he has stopped using Windows. So please, for those who have Windows, go to the Ghana Post GPS website and use the system the same way you would have used it if it was an app.
All right. So let's say I generate an address at a friend's house.
Yes.
So that's the address. But if that address gets into the hands of a third person, and that third party traces, let's say it's an armed robber, could come to my friend's house once I have left and attacked it, that is safe.
The way you are looking at it, it's
too simplified.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's the responsibility of the app developers and the custodians of the data, and there's the responsibility of the users using the application.
All right.
You know, if you put your information...
So if I was irresponsible...
Yes. Okay. You cannot blame somebody for your irresponsibility. Let's be fair.
I have two more questions.
Please.
The first one is, these days people are fast. People are more intelligent than you, and your people do develop the thing. They can break into your system. So what happens to our data?
Now, here I mentioned the Data Protection Act.
Forget our data protection.
Now,
we have Hollywood stars who have had their iPhone hacked.
Yes.
It's serious.
I'm coming into
so
that.
So this is not data protection matter.
Yes. Now, there are always two sides to security. There's the actual security and there's the governance of the security. Now, people usually just focus on the technical side and forget the governance. Meanwhile, really, the most important item in all security is the governance. It's not really the technical one. See, here's the issue. We've built one of the most complicated systems to protect the data. But you are right. Criminals are always getting better and better. Law enforcement is always one step behind the criminals. That is a known fact. And so the possibility that maybe not today, maybe not even the next 2 years, but in 3 years' time, somebody may develop something that will be able to get into the system some way, somehow. The issue is, what are the governance structures that are governing how we react when something like that happens? What you don't want is our system has been hacked, and for 2 years, we don't even know the system has been hacked. You know, those are the kind of things we are talking about.
I wanted one question, so we have to wrap up.
Sure.
So this time, from what you're responding, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So it means that you have developed Ghana GPS, Ghana Post GPS. You are leaving it to Ghana Post, that's all. So governance is their problem.
No.
So when you are dead and gone, your company has collapsed. What happens?
See, we have given this project to Ghana Post. Ghana Post have the responsibility to select the most competent people to manage the system.
Hey.
Right now, Roland, let us have a bit more confidence in the capabilities of Ghana Post. I have a lot of confidence in Ghana Post, absolute confidence in James Kofi, the MD of Ghana Post, and his team.
Why is it that the governance issues are not with third parties? Who can?
I mentioned the Interministerial Committee.
Oh, Master.
There is an Interministerial Committee. The governing law is the Data Protection Act. The next level is the Interministerial Committee. The next level is the management of Ghana Post. The next level is the management of whichever company that is running. And for now, it is Vocacom.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes.
The nude pictures were on air in the media.
Yes.
You know about that?
Yes.
Anyway, we have to wrap up. Nana Osei Frifa is with the company that developed the Ghana Post GPS. And now officially it is the Ghana Post GPS. Just make sure you get onto Play Store. That's a Google Play Store if you have a smartphone, and then you download it and fill in the necessary information and get your GPS digital address system. Thank you very much, Nana.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.